Hello, in today's video I brought how I made this bed dress for my daughter. Soon you will have the tutorial of this dress of mine too. The step-by-step here, I hope it is easy for you to understand and try to make it as easy as possible. And we will teach you the material I will use to make this dress will be tulle. And I bought this tulle shine here. He has a glow and he's a little armadillo. Oh. There are 2 meters here and I have lace here, so I won't know how much more than half a meter is lace. Okay? So since I already have these little bits, I'm going to use it here. I have 2 meters of taffeta. This is Seville taffeta. Look, it has this glow. I also bought 2 meters. Now let's cut it first. I will cut the body. I took the taffeta here. I took it once. This is Urella. Oh, and here the width of the fabric I have doubled once here. I will cut the fire first. Then I will cut the little thing that goes up here. I have here, oh, a baby dress, which is my baby in case. And I'm going to use it as a reference for the size, but taking the child's measurements, right? It also gives you to do their experimenting, which is what I'm going to do here. I'll do it with her experimenting and I'll position it. Here is where the fold is. Look at this fabric, I will position forward, and here on the sides will stand from the cut right. Now I will cut here, or adjust following even this whole model here, and adjust if you need to there now here. Oh, with the front cut, I will already cut the lace to keep up. I'm going to double the lace here and cut the same size this color. Because my income is open, right? I don't have that much embroidery. I'm going to cut another little equal here forward because one is going to stay together with the lace and the other I'm going to throw inside with built-in finish, because if I do that when I sew here inside, it's going to come up. So I'm going to cut another one of these right here equal to the front. So I'm going to have 2 front bodies and a little band. So the front is like this, 2 baskets. And I rented it now to buy the postage. Oh, I folded the fabric once again. And I will use this front here so I can help with the size. What's with the male on that dress? She just comes in and ends up, right? I doubled the coffee here. It's to stay 2 bands at a time. I will only position the front here as a reference. The difference is the back one doesn't have that email here. He has a V, so it's just to get here, O from the shoulder and dyeing up here in the cup. So the back lining will be here, so I will come because it's on this back. So it's like, oh, 1 VE 2 bands. Now we're going to cut the back lace. So I have here, oh. A lace with a bar. I'm going to use this bar for the middle of the back, for the V-neck of the back, so I folded it here, oh, just like putting the right design here on top of the other on the little edge, and I'm going to cut it down, oh, closer to the little edge here than the little part that is the bar, so that little part here of the little edge is on her skin. So I have 2 lace flags here, so the doors have already been cut. Now I'm going to make the mangosteen. The mangosteen, I'm going to use the same mangosteen here from the lace. So I doubled one and I hid it because it's equal to 2 times. I will use a little mango that she has here as a reference, only I want more compliant cut here like this, and I will cut much bigger because she will be frayed. She's got 2 little mangosteens here. She's going to get frayed here, oh, and here. Now that I have all the cut body, I will start sewing on it, and we will take here forward. Another effect and income. I will throw the lace up like this, and I will position the other one to effect over. And I will. Oh, now I'm going to stitch my back. What I'm going to do is an overlock here on the overlock eaves, or sew and turn inside. But I will just overlock that lace hides. Hello, I sewed it around the collar. Now I'm gonna get the scissors and I'm gonna do some picks around this whole collar. So you cannot make a mistake when you come, right? And these picks can't get to the seam, can they? Can't you cut the seam we did too? Oh, I already moved it here in the middle of the back. I'm going to turn here and now. Is it going to stay like this? What I'm going to do is not to turn around here. Oh, I'm going to take this from the edge and I'm going to hit the seam on the edge. Putting all that tissue here, oh, on that side of the aisle. I turn all this fabric over to the back and make a seam holding it only here, that there won't appear from the outside and won't stay turned. And I will also get it here, oh, there in the machine. Now that I'm going there, I'm gonna take my back here and I'm gonna position the little edge here where it's gonna be. And I'm gonna sew it right here, oh, on that little edge, and tie that lace so it doesn't come out. But it will be like this with the back sewn and the one from the inside stuck to one side. Oh, the collar stopped turning that part from the inside. Oh, you with the seam knocked. Now we're going to position the backs above the front, putting the right side with the right side because we're going to close the sides and close those shoulders in a built-in way. We will open the front part and we will position the back part inside this lining along with the lace, and we're going to spend a seam holding all this fabric together to make it easier to understand. We will open up like this, putting our backs in front. So with the right side up, we're going to take the front and open the part, right? That's the lining and the part that gets most visible. And you put the back together and you hug that back with all that front and you get like this. Look, it's a flawless finish. It's really beautiful, right? Now we're going to close the sides, but before that we need to put all the fabrics in the same direction. Lining, lace, and pin everything so it doesn't leave the place by the time we go to sew, right? Because the income she is. Well, Molinha, and then we're gonna put the back over the front and we're gonna measure the width of the waist, right? Here I use the width of my baby's waist and I will mark this width with a pin, right? From there and also from the booster, from the child's chest. Remember that on the sides you have to leave the same amount of two sides to be sure. Then you just need to sew the two sides to close this little body. Front and back together, I have put it for my baby to try, I'm sure. I just opened that little arm cover a little bit more, right? That was tight, and now we're going to the mango. I cut here a little elastic, the width of her arm, and I will nail it in that sleeve is stretching, leaving that little contoured edge appearing, and in that top of the sleeve, I will pass a seam for Franzi that to nail the elastic. I put a needle in and I stretch it all out and it's there. Oh, that's how the little guy gets. Look at that funny thing, guys. Where will the arm be? And here, on the top of the sleeve, I'm going to sew one of the little pieces until a pewter frowned the next part that was to nail that sleeve to that little body. I probably thought I was recording and I wasn't recording. But it's simple, folks. Just put that sleeve on, fit it into the body there in the body pit, sew it up, and then finish it in the overlock or the zig. Sign in the way you prefer. That's beautiful. It looked very nice. I tried it, went experimenting all the time and modeled the back. That's it. Now we're going to get the skirt of that dress. I'm gonna cut it here too.
get out of that dress that's actually going to be the lining, right? I'm here with my taffeta, I doubled it. Look, he's from the store, folded like this, right? And width, then I took it, left it folded the way it came through the ears, and then folded it again. Put all the auras together there, and then there are 4 folds there, so that fold will give me a double godsend. Now the next step is to cut the waist, which is going to be in this part here, which has this nozzle here from the union, right, of these folds. And then how am I going to make that skirt? It's going to be 60 centimeters long. Ratio. At first, then I will measure there if I need to, cut. If you don't have to, don't cut. I'm going to take my baby's waist, which is the width that's giving here. On the body of her dress that's here, it gave 55 centimeters. I take this value from the waist and divide it by 824. The result here is 6.26, so I'm going to score from the tip to here 6.26, from here to here 6.26, and finally from here to here 6.26, and I'm going to add 6.26 plus 2 centimeters down below this circle so I can frown this waist, right? If you do not frown, the waist does not add because otherwise it may become too large to fit the waist. After marking and cutting the waist, I'm going to mark the whole length now. So I'm going to mark 60 and 60 centimeters with tape like this. And use a pen, some tailor's pencil. And then it's just cutting in the places that were marked. Be right, guys, you're right. Now I'm going to take one of those. Parts of the folds of the relaterals I will open a little so that we can put a zipper to make it easy for the child to wear. Since I have a thread that goes on top, because it's too wide, I've doubled it several times, haven't I? Here, this is its width, this is its length, and I will cut it from the length I want, which in my case is 60 centimeters. I won't cut him like the other, I won't cut him like this. Even if we frown, everything will be fine. All in all, I cut 3 parts of this and I'm going to open it like this. I will put a stitch on the edge so I can frown them all, but I will frown separately is the 3 separate. It's a much better effect, fuller, more armadillo when we split up and then put it all together. And that's just frowning at the machine. My machine has been sewing when I have been sewing. But if you don't, you sew and then pull the tongue. This here is the lining there I locked him there, opened him, and I bent his waist. Now I'm going to take one of the threads and put it on top of that lining. But I'm locked here, on the side. I closed this filament opening and left an opening on top to join the other opening we made with the lining to put the rosy. I did it on all 3 philosophies with Franzi. Now it's just to take the filament and throw it over that lining. And we're going to do it with the 3. We're going to join them all. And actually 4 skirts counting on the oven, and we're going to put all 4 skirts together, and I'm going to grab the openings and I'm going to put them all together. 11 sew, and then we sew everything together. Look.
It was like this. It was a little bit. What happens when we put layers of this separate pillow? They don't stay together. You see here, you have 2 skirts. You're seeing one inside, one outside. This coffee is withered from the inside, but I'm going to put a mouthful under it and I'm going to record it in another video, step by step. So it's just you after this video, you're going to put it down and you're going to go.
Open this one.
Lining, he will follow this fine fabric, help me shine.
For fabric here now, I am joining the body, passing the seam, joining the skirt.
With the little body of that dress, once again, I missed some seam, so I came here after.
Ready to show what it would be? The next step would be to put the zipper in place. So I put the zipper on it.
Sign here inside.
Is that how it is?
In the body up here, not, because it has an opening here, in the middle of...
Back, what about that?
Simple, you know, Pega?
Inform.
I always wear a regular zipper, and then I only nail it on the first. And the taffeta lining, the 2 strands above, I didn't nail it. Oh, he's loose here. He's half hiding the zipper. You see, if I nail everything together, the zipper was gonna show up a lot. Then I left 2 little fillies outside, and it was like this, and there was a loop and a lid.
Now let's go step by step to the loop. To make the loop, I cut here, a piece of fabric is folded like this. There it's 32 centimeter wide, and so open it's 46. And then I cut another fabric that doesn't matter the complement of this here, but the width looks 7.5 width has length, so it doesn't have to be so much. That's that fabric that goes here, in the middle of the slice. He's going in the middle here. I cut an acrylic, half. And I cut the size of this folded fabric. I'm going to stitch here, leave a little hole in the middle, stitch here on the little gold. What am I going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this seam like this. In the middle, and I'm going to go with it like this in the middle. Pass a seam here. More sides. Hold this fabric so much. Like this thing is together. Hold everything together. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to stitch the stitches here on the side. And now that the seams we made will turn around through this little hole here, involving all this time, and then it will be like this. What can we do to learn this well? Is to mark the middle. I'm going to put a seam here in the middle, and I'm going to take this fabric here. I'm going to throw it out of the middle, and I'm going to put a seam in there. Then I'll take it like this and sew it. Hello, sewing. I'm going to come here with that. Where am I, little pea? I will take it off. I will sew it here from the back. Where is the seam? I'm going to get the stitch done. Then I'll take a detour. I've done the stitch. I'm going to turn around and put it back on. Look, now I'm coming here and I'm going to preach like this in my hand so he doesn't move. I took a very long strip of fabric with 8 centimeter width, folded, past the seam, and there at one end I sewed like this. Closed. And at the other end I left it open to turn. The hem of the dress I passed, and past the posture, she was so biased. But I will pass. She will be like this. She will be right of the philosopher. She will be cut. I will rub the band on the dress. I will fight in my hand. This part of it, I only took it from here, so it wouldn't be good. But then I came to give points. Look, little points. It is loose, but at some points it has dots. There's no up here, just in the middle. I'm going to take up sports. Now I'm going to come with a loop. The loop is going to cover this half here.
Oh, I'm going to come with a loop. How am I going to do it? I'm going to use these coquettish here to press. This side here and this side here, I will sew my hand, I will tie the bow here, and one side I will put the bracket here, I will tie the bow here, and I will not show it, we will do a job here. I don't know if I put another bracket to get stuck here down here, because I put 2 here up here, I put 1 here and 1 here. Man in underwear, difficult to preach, but it was, I had already forgotten so much that it was difficult to preach that. I put 2 at the top, see? And then all this here is going to stay in here, right? It's not going to show up. And then when I close, he's like this, you see? You're beautiful. Then I will wait for the baby, and you will wake up from sleep and warn you that you will be fine. And here in this skirt, I think of sticking some pearls. And that was the result. It became a well-armed dress. It became beautiful. Then I will publish to you the step-by-step of Nagua and People with a Real Little Princess. I loved the result. I thought it was very beautiful, and that's it. I very much hope you enjoyed this video, which has been useful for you until the next one. Bye. Bye. Keep more ashes there.